I was buying a one-bed flat at the time. I wanted to buy a one-bed flat, and I was looking across London basically. And I didn't contact Martin Gerrard directly to help me, but I noticed this property was on the market and got in touch with them, and Ben contacted me to sort of book a viewing for the place basically. I guess you want to see if the pictures represent what the place actually looks like. They're normally sort of taken on those sort of telescopic lenses, and you think it's a lot bigger than what it's going to be. But the property was really well represented. Ben was great. He knew that I was new to buying, not some property tycoon, and I had lots of questions, just basic questions that made me feel stupid to ask about buying a place and his involvement in that, and he sort of demystified all of those things for me. The communication that I had from Ben and Martin Gerrard in general was incredible. I could always get through to them on the phone, which is something that is a major issue a lot of the time. Literally, Ben's email responses you would measure in minutes. I feel like I'm going to set a high standard for him here, but yeah, he responded instantly. He got back to me on the phone when he could, so he could properly explain things, because sometimes it's better to talk over the phone rather than email, but yeah, the communication was really, really good. Buying is stressful, that goes without saying, and there are lots of unknowns. You're always waiting for answers, and you're worried about what the next steps are going to be. And I think that the most important thing is communication and getting responses, and I think that's definitely the best thing. Quick responses, reassurance as well. I didn't feel like I was being sort of lied to or sort of put to the side. Like, I got direct responses, I was reassured. And yeah, it made a very stressful process a lot easier. You need to have trust. There's a lot of money involved. You can lose money and you can feel messed around, and that isn't a nice feeling. And I'd had bad experiences sort of interacting with different agents before, other properties, and I'd had a lot going on personally at the time, and I was upfront about that with Ben, but I really felt that trust, and that allowed me to sort of overlook lots of the difficult times with conveyancing and solicitors, and yeah, that trust was built, and I respected that. So above transactional responsibilities, definitely, we had lots of issues during conveyancing, just trying to get answers from solicitors, as is quite common, but often sometimes you're left in the lurch for a long time, and sometimes Ben himself would contact the vendor, try and speak to the solicitors directly himself to get those answers, and he would come back to me, he would liaise with my solicitor, and that really helped the process. I think I actually said to Ben directly myself near the end, like, I don't think this could have happened without you. You were having to do things that I wouldn't have expected you to do, and yeah, you really made a difference there. One thing that Ben did that was really above and beyond, I think I was having an issue trying to figure out the cost of some previous works that had been done to the property, and they were big, scary. It could have been a bill of over £5,000, and we weren't getting anywhere with the solicitors and the managing agent of the company, and I was very worried that the seller wasn't going to be paying for these previous works, and we weren't getting any answers. And Ben managed to intervene. He spoke to the seller directly, he spoke to all of the other parties involved, and he came back to me and completely reassured me, no, don't worry, this is how you can work things out, you can get the solicitor to do this, and he completely reassured me. And that was an answer that was potentially stopping us from completing myself. I was potentially not going to go ahead if I didn't get that answer, and he managed to get that answer, reassured me, and that sealed the deal basically. My requirements for a flat weren't that specific, so I literally was looking for an affordable one-bed flat in London. So I was contacting lots of different places from all across London, every corner of London, and I never had communication and responsiveness like I did here. And it was also completely personable. It was very friendly and it was very reassuring. So I didn't have a single encounter that was better than Martin Gerrard and Ben. Like, there's nothing else to say on that, really. It really was much higher standard than what I'd had anywhere else. The reason why I'm giving up time, I mean, I'm very, very busy most of the time, but I felt like it was the right thing to do because I'm living in what is a dream flat at the moment. It really changed my life, and I honestly don't think I could have done that without Ben. So I wanted to give my time to do this video for him, to say thank you, and appreciate all of the efforts that he made to help make this happen. Having gone through the process of buying with Martin Gerrard and Ben directly, I would definitely recommend them to friends and family. There wasn't a single negative throughout the whole experience.